I am so sorry. I've been spreading misinformation on the internet.
Are you nuts? We're not gonna make it.
We're still not gonna make it.
We're turning my bone stock 2007 Corvette Z06 into a Porsche GT3 killer, and I've got a stack of parts to install. But I can't start the upgrade plan just yet. I want to be methodical with my approach, which means measuring the improvements I get with each upgrade. To do that, I need a good baseline lap time. But both times I've taken Goldie here to the track, I've run into issues. For the last outing, we managed to sort out the blown rear shock and the old tires, but one major problem persisted: severe vibration under braking. Now here's where the apology comes in. In a few previous videos, I've referred to this issue as a warped brake rotor, and I want to apologize because warped brake rotors are largely a myth. What we typically call a warped brake rotor is actually brake pad material deposits on the rotor, also known as uneven pad transfer. Brake pad material that's stuck to the surface of the brake rotor, but it's not distributed evenly. Think about it like a 5-year-old putting icing on a cake. You can have uneven pad transfer on your rotor and not notice it when you're driving on the street. And the reason for that is the brakes have to be hot. When our brakes are cold, we're using abrasive friction of the pad against the rotor. But when your brakes are hot, like they would be during a mountain drive or on the racetrack, you start to get an effect called adherent friction. Adherent friction can basically be thought of as sticky friction. And this is why we bed in brakes on performance cars. The bedding in process involves transferring a thin layer of pad material onto the rotor. And when you've done that and you have your pad and your rotor at operating temperature, they stick together with adherent friction. I think that I bedded these brakes in wrong and got them too hot. So instead of a nice even transfer layer, we had sort of thick smeary transfer going on. Now, some of you suggested that maybe my issue is actually with my steering components or my suspension or my wheel bearings. I don't think so. And the reason is because this issue didn't start until the brakes got hot. That said, it's still a really good idea to check for play in your wheel bearings and your tie rod ends every time you track the car. So we're gonna jack it up and do that. I'm not detecting anything that feels like wheel bearing play. I don't feel anything on the steering side either. Well, the first thing I notice on the rotor is it does appear that we've got uneven pad transfer. So I'm feeling pretty confident that our problem is just the brake rotor. So the question becomes how to fix it. I don't want to replace the rotors again, so I need to figure out how to clean that pad material off of the rotor so we can bed them again and basically start fresh. One thing you can do is take the rotors off the car and scrub them with a Scotch-Brite pad or steel wool. Pretty labor intensive, but it should get the job done. They also make an attachment for a drill that's specifically for burnishing your rotors. So I'm going to try a different technique. And the idea is pretty simple. You use your cold brake pads to scrub the surface of the rotors. Now, from what I've read, a super abrasive racing compound pad is better for this, but in theory it should work with these street track pads that I have. So we're gonna give it a shot. Worth noting, 0 vibration so far, 0. I really hope this works. I don't want to spend any more time on this. I want to start installing new parts. All right, I'm back from scrubbing off those rotors. There's no real way to tell whether that worked until I have it back out on track. Visually, they don't look that different, so that has me a little nervous that maybe it didn't work. So I guess we're gonna find out for sure tomorrow. Before I do that though, I want to change the brake fluid. After one hot lap, last time I had it on track, I was smelling the brakes, and that's usually a sign that you've cooked your fluid. Over time, moisture has gotten into the system and then it boils when it gets hot. Fresh racing brake fluid is a good idea no matter what. I'm gonna do that now. That is the brake fluid flush done. It was pretty easy. Only took an hour. I'm gonna get the wheels back on and then we're gonna go out and see if we can rebed the brakes. Bedding process complete. The rotors look pretty good to me. I'm only kind of 50-50 on confidence. We gave it our best shot. So I gave the car a wash. It's looking pretty good. And tomorrow morning, we're gonna take it out to the track. Right here at Atlanta Motorsports Park, it is time to shake the car down and then see if we can do a good lap time. To assist me, I've brought out my friend Hunter, who is the expert.
So the goal is to get some baseline laps. To do that, I think we need to have confidence in the car, do a few laps, maybe a couple sessions, make sure everything feels good, and then we'll start going for maybe some faster laps.
We can go windows up.
Burr!
Because it's cold as hell.
Oh, shit.
Jesus.
Is that right? 42 degrees?
That's what it says.
Woo.
What's up, Tyler?
How are you doing this morning?
Good, man. How are you?
Pretty good.
All right, so first session, let's just bring the brakes up to temperature slowly.
Okay.
Pace should be about 80%. Wow, the car feels so smooth.
You rode in it with me when it was broken. I mean, this is night and day, right?
Oh, dude, the car feels so good. It feels soft still, but it feels safe.
Yeah, as the GM engineers of 2007 intended it.
Wow, it does soak up the bumps well. You can tell it's too soft though.
Right.
Ah, damn, I already feel the brakes doing that.
You're feeling a little vibration?
Yeah, did you feel it?
Slightly.
No, I'm harder.
Harder?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm starting to feel a little.
Feel it. Maybe we should go in there and just let it.
Okay. Have you ever done a no brakes lap?
Yes. That's awesome. Do it.
We'll go into no brakes mode, which has the added benefit of cooling them off. It's really interesting to think about, like, okay, how much speed can I carry?
That was perfect.
All right.
So you're not gonna downshift? Are you nuts? We're not gonna make it. Ah!
We're still not gonna make it. Now?
Now, yeah. It's gonna be perfect.
And
Perfect. What's the maximum speed of turn one? Like 45?
maybe. Oh God.
We're gonna make it! We're gonna make it! This is gonna be good! This is gonna be good! Look at you!
Oh God.
You almost had it, dude. I think you could have had it.
All right, so what speed do we think we can carry?
Probably about the same as turn one.
50-ish? We're at 52, 53. It's
Don't brake. Ah, don't you dare brake.
I braked. Damn, I'm sorry. I can't. It's
so
scary.
It's scary as shit. Do not brake.
No brakes.
Interesting. Damn, it stuck pretty good.
It did.
Oh, this is gonna be fast. Oh yeah, you could do some of these to cut even more speed down. Oh shit! Oh shit! We're still going 50. Then pitch it in.
Oh God. Too much.
Good.
That was
right when you pitched it, I felt the rear step a little bit.
Yeah.
I think because you like pitched it really hard, so you threw the weight.
Yeah. That was fun. My favorite part though was when you were kind of like shrieking in fear.
Damn, dude, that sucks about your brakes. Maybe next session you just go out there and go straight out and go fucking hard.
Yeah, exactly. We just got back from the warm-up session, and unfortunately the brakes are not fixed. I'm still very confident in the diagnosis. I wasn't completely confident in the fix that I tried, and it just didn't work. I should be able to go out while the brakes are still cool and do one flying lap where I'm not gonna get terrible vibration. Here we go. Feeling a little bit nervous. All right, the game plan is don't use the brakes much on the out lap because we want them to be cold for as much of the flying lap as they can be. aggressive. Baby. Yeah, we got a good amount of grip here. Hey, not bad. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. 133.96. I will take it. That's my only hard lap ever in this car. I was telling Hunter I was afraid I was only gonna get like a 137. Certainly could do a bit better if I could have done a few laps and trusted the brakes more. But that approach worked perfectly because now that the brakes are hot, I've got that vibration. It's bad. All right, Goldie, good job. A 133 is very respectable for a stock C6 Z06, but we're gonna do a lot better. Well, we didn't fix the problem with the brakes, but we did find a good workaround. And in this situation, that's all we really needed. I just wanted one good baseline lap and I got it. And frankly, I am thrilled with a 133.9. So it is time to move on. For the next episode, we're gonna start installing upgrades. Thank you guys for coming along for the ride. We'll see you next time. So yeah, I'm sorry that I perpetuated the myth of the warped rotor. Hopefully I've made up for it. I've done my penance. And if you wanna watch another video, there's one right there.